It's been a while since I've done one of these, hasn't it? Yes, a long time indeed, but I've had a couple of people say, you should do one of them, since I haven't done an LBX figure in a long time. I thought, why not? And typically, as I'm starting this, completely unprepared, I cannot remember his name, but his name will be down at the bottom here, and I'll put in a little audio blip of me saying his name, which is...
Gunther Yzelphar!
So there you go. That was his name, as pronounced by me, on the editing room floor, I suppose. So let's get on, because guys, it's a Gundam!
Yo guys, so here is the Gunther Yzelphar. He is a pirate robot. The only thing he's really missing is a little hook and a little peg leg, but what can you do? Well, actually I suppose with this line you can make them yourself. Do I dig the look of this figure? Of course I do. He's a pirate. He's got a massive headpiece for his little hat. Granted, he has maybe a few too many stickers on his face, but they add a nice little bits of gold trim here and there. Well, not gold, but the idea of gold, shall we say. I like the fact that it's on his wrists as well. His chest piece is quite cool, though needs paint or stickers on it, really. And he's got cool little pointy toes. And he's got a big-ass booty. Because, you know, ladies, we all about that ass, or something like that. Cool jetpack, very Gundam-esque. Lots of Gundams use these kind of backpacks, so that's kind of nice. Maybe it's a feature, maybe it's just like a, oh, happy coincidence. Head sculpt's pretty cool. Maybe could have done with an eye patch or something, but overall, pretty good. And in terms of articulation, it's no real surprise. It does what you would expect. The head can wobble around. It's on a ball joint, but this collary bit does get a little bit in the way, so you can't really get an expression out there. On the side here, you can see the curvature of his head, and there's the potential for him to have a lot of head movement, but that collar limits it quite a bit. And those little stickers there. The shoulders, you can move the arms that far. They're all ball jointy, so they wobble about as you would expect them to do. We have a 90-degree elbow bend and a bicep swivel. Again, this is all stuff you come to expect. Ball joint wrist, which, I mean, the ball joints on mine are really stiff. He's got a cut for his swivel, for his waist there. His skirt does move. He has a front skirt which goes up like that, and a side skirt so you can peek underneath his dress and get him all embarrassed. The butt flap does not move, however. That is one big solid butt flap piece. It's good that the skirt gets out of the way, but there's not a huge amount you can do with the legs. They bend a little bit forward and they bend a little bit at the 90-degree kind of angle. Sorry, it does move forward quite a fair bit, but with that knee being the way it is, you're not going to get a huge amount out there. Big ball joints in the ankles and not a lot of thigh swivel, unfortunately, just because of how it's done here, how you peg in the leg. You might be able to see in there. You can see why there's not a huge amount of movement for the thigh, which is a bit of a shame, but that's an LBX way you get these things, so whatever. The backpack has bits it can move. These, I guess, thrusters or maybe energy fuel is like ball jointed. The wings are ball jointed and they can kind of flop down for glidey mode or flip up so you can, I don't know, have them cross or something. I don't know, something probably cool. Poses out there, photography people can probably think, oh, there goes a bit of skirt. Can probably think of something good to do. Let's pop that back on. It's all ball joints, so you've got nothing to worry about. But overall, he's a very big, solid figure, stable, and looks pretty good in any position you put him in. He does, of course, have some accessories, because what is a pirate without a tiny knife? This is his tiny knife. On the box, it did show that there was a bit more paint on this, which you probably have to do yourself. That's a sticker. That's a sticker. But for the most part, it's not a bad piece. I like the fact it's got a serrated edge for cutting. You know, so just like a bread knife, but for robots or people. That's pretty cool. Nice long handle as well, so it can get in his hand. It's not as cool as this big-ass cutlass with this big energy saber. I think this effect was meant to be on this blade as well, but, you know, it's too small, so what are you going to do? But it's a really intimidating and pretty badass-looking sword or cutlass. I love the shape. I love the fact that we've got a big translucent piece in there. It just works really well. I like it a lot. And of course he can hold them, shockingly. I just wish there were more places to put these instead of his hands, like a sling or somewhere to put them. But what are you going to do? And of course, because he's LBX, he can form with things like Joker and Zeranos, or I can't remember his bloody name. But yeah, if you want, what you can do is you can use magic and combine them together to make this horrendous monstrosity. Obviously, the more you have, the more you can play. But you can, if you want, give him a cape, give him an arm, you know. LBX is all about playing about. And again, this is perfect for customizers, as I've said before. You just need more of these guys and then painting. And, you know, you're limited only by your imagination. So is young Gunther here worth picking up? Well, if you like pirate-themed little robots, and I don't think there are really many out there, I think this is a fairly good representation. He's big, chunky, a little bit fat, and you feel kind of like, oh, he's so fat. Oh, bless him. It doesn't take away from his articulation. He's got like a lot of nice sculpted pieces. Maybe a few too many stickers for my liking, but the added detail and they make him look pretty, so I'm all for it. And he does come with some pretty badass weapons. Overall, he is worth the pickup, especially for the price that LBX figures are, which are usually pretty ridiculously cheap. And they're not too hard to get hold of, just because model kits usually aren't. So, totally would recommend it. It's a lot of fun, and it's a nice little Sunday project, you know, if you've got nothing else to do. So thank you guys for watching, and I will catch you in the future for another video. Catch you later, guys.